Alright everyone, today we are going to be making a sad and emotional beat from scratch. It's not really going to be a how-to tutorial, we're just going to kind of vibe out a little bit and make something emotional. So let's not waste any more time, let's just jump right in. Right, so we are now here in FL Studio 21, as you guys can see. First thing I opened up was Omnisphere, and I just went into the Keyscape presets, opened up this simple grand piano, the standard one. So let's just make something out of this first, and then we can take it from there. So we're working in 140 BPM, the key is going to be E minor. We might just switch this a little bit later. So let's start with bumping it up at about 145 and start laying down some root notes. So we're going to do a normal triad chord like this, and then we're going to invert the middle note right there, extend it out like this, strum them as well, copy it over and pitch it down by 2. Now as you guys can see, this thing isn't really in key, so let's just make sure it is on F sharp and pitch it back up. Now this we're going to pitch down by 2, so we kind of have this standard sad sounding chord progression. Yeah. Alright, that's nice. Now I'm just going to do a couple chops here and there so we can kind of create some more movement to this. So let's just chop this up, maybe pitch it down, or actually let's cut this up. We're just kind of trying to use some of the notes that we are already using inside of our pattern. Yeah, so I kind of like this. So this is going to be our pattern, just a base from everything. Let's head over to the effects and start adding some EQ and just something that we can clean up the sound with. We're also going to have an RC20. Just to get more of a vintage feel, but I'm gonna turn the magnitude down so we don't overpower everything. And then we can also have a little bit of reverb to create some more atmosphere around this. Let's just adjust the EQ back a bit. There we go. Just gonna add some small filler notes on top right there. That's kind of deep, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so we just kind of have those filler accents on top. Right, the next thing I want to do now is add some sort of layer or a pad in the background to kind of fill out everything that we have going on. So to do this, I'm literally just going to open up Omnisphere yet again, go over to the pads plus strings section, and I'm just going to look through a couple of these different presets, see if I can find something that sounds cool. And I've already made kind of the notes that we're going to be using. It's just the same root notes from our piano, just that I'm going to pitch them up a little bit so we have them in the higher frequencies, and then we can just do some cool effects to it so it's going to be wide and nicely together with the rest of the piano. Adding a little bit of reverb and an imager to widen out the whole sound. I'm also going to make sure to tuck this in a bit. But I think I want to switch out the sound, so let's just go in and look through which one sounds nice. Yeah, so I went with this basic mellow pad. I think this is the one. It's going to be super low key in the back. Now from here I'm going to go over to my Mirage Multikit and head over to the textures. Just maybe go with this one right here, or yeah, let's drag in this. All you have to do, you just need to time stretch it right there and then just reset the pitch. This is just going to be a little bit of an accent in the back. Yeah, perfect. Now I think we can just add some vocals, maybe a counter melody, and that's pretty much going to be it for the melody. Right, for the vocals, we're just going to be using Hooked in Arcade. So I'm just going to look through a couple of different banks. I have this new one right here, which I haven't yet downloaded, which I just downloaded, but we're just going to try to look through a couple of them, see which one sounds nice, and then go from there. Dude, this vocal right here, crazy. I'm feeling this one for sure. Open up RC20, go over to the magnitude transition 1. Dude. EQ. This is sick. Pan this as well. Oof. Dude, I love this vocal. This is pitched down by 2. This is hard. Dude, honestly, I don't even think we really need anything more than this. Just gonna keep things very, very simple, so there is a lot of space for different vocals and different artists to hop on. So I think we're just gonna keep it as it is, have one section on the hook without the vocals and one section with the vocals, and then we're just gonna slap on some nice and bouncy drums, and that's pretty much gonna be the beat. Very, very simply done right there. The drum sounds I'm using are of course coming from this Motion bundle kit right there. So if you guys like any of the drum sounds you hear in this video, you can obviously check out a kit. As most of you guys know, the kit is on my website, which is BBMarko.com, or you guys can just click the first link down below. The kit is currently on sale, so make sure to check it out while you can. Right, so we're going to start off with the claps. Copy that over, turn the velocity up a bit. That's it. Need an open hat right here on the first hit, as well as some hi-hats. Cool little bounce with the hi-hats. And let's add those snares and really keep that bounce going. So we want to keep that standard bounce, so we kind of again leave that space for the vocals. Add a open hat right there as well. So that kick. Right, so now that we have the beat finished, we're just quickly going to arrange things. So in this section, we're going to have the EQ on the low end off, so that we have that bass from the piano. And then in this section, as you guys can see, I'm turning it back on. So when the drums come in, you can hear we remove that bass. So we have the drums come in right here without the vocal. And we're going to keep that consistent, so we don't want the bass to be on the second part either. Nice. Now for the verse, we're going to remove the kick and the 808, or at least have them a little bit delayed. So we're just gonna have the 808 as well as this. Remove the vocal and at least have the bass off until the 808 comes in, which is going to be right here. And then we're gonna have a somewhat of a bridge right here. So this section is going to be with vocals and bass from the piano, and this second part of the verse is pretty much going to be everything as the main part of the hook. So with that, we can just copy over the main hook yet again and just make sure to remove the bass, copy that over for a second part so we can have 2 parts completely identical. Add some risers and add a tag. That's pretty much going to be it for the beat, so let's take a listen to the whole thing. Alright, so here we have the full beat.
Shut up, Marko.
Like I said, super simple stuff, just an emotional, simple vibe. When the drums come in, you can hear there is a lot of space for vocals right here. Then we have the vocals come in. Section 808, no kick. And we have the lighter. Vocals back in. That vocal is crazy, so deep. There we have a bridge, just a love filter to filter everything out. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said, it's a bit more of a vibe. Not really too much how to, but that's pretty much it.